Prepare for battle.
It's looking spicy. It's looking spicy.
Ataque aqui! Ataque aqui!
Very much. Game number 3 between IG and LGD for a ticket. Go to the grand final. Go to the best of 5 against EG. We'll see who punches their ticket.
A ticket home.
This dance, yeah, a ticket home or a ticket grand finals.
Go home, of course.
30 seconds
Yeah,
to battle.
it's interesting last pickup here from LGD. Ranger, who generally suffers quite a bit from Phantom Lens in the mid-late game portions of the game. Unless you can really, you know, start the fight with a shackle shot on him and focus fire. Because if you can, how are you ever going to figure out who's the right one? That being said though, Troll is quite good against PL. But yeah, it's all gonna come down to how well does Troll and PL
The
get along, I
battle
think.
begins.
See if Ame can have another successful game on that Troll. It's crazy how often the rule from Slacks always appears.
God, I think
Elimination
I'm
games and win runners. How many times are we going to see the two just be intertwined together?
I love myself some Wind Ranger. Slacks is a Wind Ranger hater, I think, or is he a lover? And followed the
Hater?
The hater, okay, Wind Ranger hater. I'm a big Wind Ranger fan. The hero offers quite a lot. It's a hard hero to pull off, play well, but when players do it, it just looks so damn good.
We saw a good Wind Ranger the other day, and it just wasn't enough. It ends up coming up short, and it feels like the Wind Ranger has a kind of history of coming up a little bit short.
Yeah, it's always this hero that owns really hard in the mid-early game, and sometimes in the late game still, but you just die so easily if you get caught out. Time.
No.
So we'll have to see how that does up against the puck. Take a look here over bottom. We've got Priesthion on this Viper, just trying to shut down flyfly over in the top lane with JT on the Timber. We'll see how these lanes go. Is there any one lane that's really popping out at you? Something that you think that will really pop off? Like last game, it was the Alchemist lane up against the Jug. Like which lane really looks like it can get out of control?
Top lane, as soon as this Timbersaw gets level 3, it's getting quite difficult for the Troll and kill him. But yeah, mid lane should be a whole lot of action. Either can really kill each other bottom. Nope, he's gonna be fine on the Shaman. Yeah, I don't think these lanes are the most eventful, to be honest. Like, even bot lane, the Viper is gonna pressure the PL a little bit, but there shouldn't be any kills coming out of there. The early game doesn't look to be very kill heavy.
Might be a quiet game with a lot of farm to be had. See? JT on this Timber. We've seen him successful. We've seen some Timbers that really get out of control. But up against
Dyer's
this Viper,
courier
I'm not
has
sure it'll
been killed.
continue to find that success as Kaka does spot Ame's Courier and get that last shot in. We'll take out the Troll's Courier, maybe pay for it with his life, but only battery assault. So there's no battery assault in Cogs. Kaka should be fine.
He also has no backup for the Troll. Just fine for himself. Timbersaw though, level 3 already. Really when the lane becomes Troll. And level 5 is when the lane becomes unplayable.
Right now, leading the CS again is LGD. This is similar to game number 2, and all 3 lanes were going well for them. You've got nothing to say, holding his own up against Emo on this puck, who's looking for redemption with his hero. That last game just did not go well for him.
Yeah, but they had really good answers last game. This game they still have answers, but not nearly as good as last. They're having a better time for himself. Laning phase should also be easier because he's not countered. And going to do a lot. Bottom, a lot of stacks.
Shackle. Yeah, the stacks are really starting to become a problem. They'll get first blood, they'll take out Ollie, but the return kill is there. Earth Spike for Kaka to finish off Faith Beyond. It's first blood, but a trade you're not really happy in making. And they'll put some damage out onto the Shadow Shaman. They did get the rotation as JT. He said he's got that point where he could really feel comfortable by himself.
Yeah, that's the power of Timbersaw. Your pulse 4 is free to do whatever you want. You can gank middle, you can gank top, bottom. And it's just really easy with this Timbersaw. There's no danger at all of dying ever. Just block, roll. No problem for Kaka.
Would there be a point where maybe Faith Beyond shows up towards top? Or as I say that, Shackle again now onto the Phantom Lancer. They had the break on him with another Toxin down flyfly into the trees and will escape the grasp of Faith Beyond. And you?
PL is one of the best heroes against Viper. The doppelganger, all the stacks of poison attack are gone. And in the mid game, of course, you don't really have good answers. PL. Kaka.
Better it be no one.
Trying to come over with this Lion once again. It's really just spamming this hero. Showing the impact.
Dodge. Lion.
Helen back and back again. He has continued to show up in just about every game.
Yeah. Not gonna leave our sides anytime soon. One of these teams gonna make it to the grand finals, and they both love Shadow Shaman. And get used to it, guys.
Might see it in every game of the final.
GD, why now pulling the creep wave here away? Just telling you how uncomfortable he is on that top lane. On that troll. Not a career kill for Kaka.
Yeah, and the Earth Spike, so this is not going to be easy here for Innocence to get away because they've got recoil available. That's exactly what they'll use to lock down Innocence and get that kill onto the Clockwork. He's gone, taken out again. This is just not the spot you want to be in. Shackle on the flyfly. They've got the Hex, the damage in. He's in enough to kill off flyfly. He doesn't have the doppelganger at the moment. Under the tower, getting run down. Fairy Fire burning away. And the toxicity from Faith Beyond will take out flyfly. The PL does go down, and Faith Beyond can take over in this lane.
Batman. But yeah, it's a very important kill on that PL.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now, he's in Struggle City, only sitting at 2.3k net worth. Not where you want to be as PL in this lane.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You'll have to take a lot of space come mid-game here.
Tower is under attack.
Have to make all that space happen, as well as JT. They have the perfect heroes to do it, however, so I'm sure they'll be able to. No problem.
First Spike lands on the Clockwork again, but he's not really going in. Faith Beyond has made that swap into the top lane. A big bunch of creeps to go and take here for him. He's got to make sure that he doesn't allow the creep wave to really get denied out, but they've got 3 heroes up top. JT going in, looking over at the Clockwork, who got the cogs around him. They've got the Hex on to JT. This is a problem now. Illusory Orb over. They've got the Dream Coil on the 3. Well placed, but not in time to save JT. Nemo's over. The Earth Spike misses. Nothing to say. He's also made the rotation. It's a 1-for-1 that benefits LGD.
Mid-range is one of the best heroes against Timbersaw in the game. They're still not done yet, though. Nemo's still lurking around.
Dire's top
The
tower
deny.
has been denied.
Faith Beyond, hit by the Earth Spike. Cold feet. He's gonna walk out. Just in time, actually.
I'm not sure what Warlord did there previously. We saw him die there in the river. He pulled the creep wave away, allowing 3 creep waves to stack up, and the top tower is just gone for full health. It was kind of like an edgy quiet play there. Helping out IG quite a bit here, because you should not be losing the tower this early.
That tower is gone. Now they're gonna come over, find themselves. Kaka, though, they're right on top. Power shot. Spike onto 2, and they get the kill on the Kaka.
Gone. 2 for the puck. Arme once again sitting at net worth very comfortably. Going into that Battle Fury once more. PL is really gonna be starting to become effective here. Maybe he'll go Diffusal Blade first, but probably gonna go to Commander Stealth. Yasha also very popular.
See what he ends up choosing for. Battle Fury's being built for Ame once again. He's not going to have the luxury of that ag delivery coming in. No Alchemist on his team, so it's not the jump from like 5k net worth to 10k. It's a 3-man smoke, but they don't find Ame in the jungle. They place down vision, so they can maybe invade this triangle a little bit later down the line, especially if they put the pressure on bottom.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Got
attack.
the Shadow Shaman, and we'll get the kill here on Jinkyu.
Kill. Viper. Should be alright. Wind Ranger picked up the Javelin. That means Timbersaw is a realistic kill. Doesn't have a hood yet.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
Taking
tower
another tier
is under
1.
attack.
Mid tier 1 still stands, but top and bottom looking like they're gonna both fall.
A lot of poison
that though,
damage.
JT, a lot of damage being taken.
Radiant's middle
Got the waiting
tower
grip, they'll
is
hit the
under
2-man
attack.
stuff from Taka with the Dream Coil coming down. They get the gun innocence, they will go great. Fate Beyond should be a second with the cold keep going over and freezing over this Viper. They get the kill though onto Ollie in return. It's a 2-for-1, but nothing to say. He's out of mana, trying to wind run out of harm's way. He's okay to do so.
Radiant's middle tower
Now
is under
shot
attack.
took off half
An
health from the
alright
A.
trade. And not really able to survive under the bow of this wind run.
Strong arms, of course.
Dire's bottom tower
You,
is fallen.
Deckle. Power shot.
Power shot doing so much damage. Look at that. Kaka dropping. They've got the chakra going over, trying to catch the Shadow Shaman with the waiting rift. They've got the silence. They'll get the kill. They'll end up trading. Nothing to say, still standing nearby and actually stays with Emo, who jaunts over the
must be
illusory orb.
careful.
The shackle doesn't attach to JT, but they've got the Viper Strike onto the Timbersaw. They get the kill on Emo. Now they're going to be able to chase JT because he's so slowed up. They'll move forward if they can catch him from
he's stuck on the high ground?
He's probably dead, but the Timber Chain doesn't bring him onto the low ground, so he's stuck on the high ground, pushed to the low ground via the cogs, and JT will get run down. LGD, they get a lot out of this, and they will continue to put up a lead.
Yeah, big misplay here from Emo and JT. Emo orbing in, trying to get the rune, putting himself in position to just dive freely, and then JT with the miss, what's his name? Timber Chain, getting stuck onto the high ground. And LGD was already ready to give up and run away, and then they noticed that he got stuck there.
Yeah, once they notice, they turned
Uncharacteristic
around. And maybe still a little bit flustered from game 2. And this is, like you said, a ticket home or a ticket to the finals. Either way, we'll see them with a ticket stub in their hand.
Work, got hook shot,
A prize.
on the line.
Line in
Radiant's
trouble.
middle tower
Or
is under
Spike
attack.
lands on 2, but the battery is not the damage, even though he's hexed is enough. They'll get the kill on Akaka once again. They've dropped down the Serpent Wards, and they should be able to take a tier 1 over mid. And
Radiant's
they still
middle
have their
tower
mid
is
tier 1
fallen.
standing, so this is big for LGD to open up the map a little bit more for them.
At least they do have the top tower in IG, and they hold bottom tower. Good for them. But I'm sure with the next Shaman Wards, they're just gonna take down that bottom tower
Radiant's
as well.
bottom tower is under attack.
So actually, a deadly combination. You get hook shot it.
Dire's top
Picks up
tower
a
is
regeneration
under
rune,
attack.
Ice Blast coming through, and that'll fly over the clockwork to get the kill there on Innocence.
Nice
Now
check
coming around the back, look at that again. Nothing to say, just has big damage out to kill off Ollie. Ollie can't survive against the Windrunner.
What's up with all these
Radiant's
Spirit Rangers that was
bottom
turning?
tower is
They're all
under
popping off every time.
Yeah. It's a hero that's doing quite well.
Maybe Slex was wrong after all.
Glad to see.
Radiant's middle tower is under
We're yet
attack.
to find our answer on whether or not Wind Ranger can save this elimination game.
Roll, battlefield completed now. Going into that great boss. Palm up a storm. Going straight into the BKB next. Fusel Blade.
Looking over
about
mid,
2000.
they've got the rod, and they have thrown the hook shot over onto
The
JT.
damage.
He'll Timber Chain away, but the damage coming in is just too much for him to handle. Faith Beyond gets the kill, and they are now up 3,000 net worth already for the side of LGD.
Yeah, that's just the power of Viper. You get 5 stacks on the poison attack. Your magic resistance is reduced by about 45%. And even a hero like Timber has to take down. Why? A blast
Nice
missed.
blast in.
Big stick.
Hogs, all right. But the Dream Coil is there, so that'll lock him up.
Safety there. Oh, still uncontested. Here's a blade would really have to do a lot of work here for PL and IG.
I'm not sure it'll be enough.
Taka going to 4-step as well. They're just kind of lacking initiation until Puck gets bigger, which will be in 800 gold. Say. Almost has his BKB. Be a very strong power spike for him.
At this point,
All the way from that.
Betos on to Emo. The thing that I'm noticing, if they're going to go to the 4-staff on Takaka, we usually expect him to have like an Aether Lens or a Blink Dagger where he feels like the initiator, the playmaker, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that with a 4-step, which I expect him to use more defensively.
Definitely, it's just against the
tower
clockwork
is under
because
attack.
if you get hooked, put into the cogs, and the Viper throws his Nether Toxin on top of you, it's basically just a poison pit, and you just take way too much damage. So they need a tool against it. Of course, that makes a lot of sense, but as you said, it will be a big problem for his playmaking ability. It will be a lot lower than the last game. The game before that as well.
So it's not really where he'd certainly like to be. Sentry ward down, they can immediately deward that obs, but now that they know
Dire's
they
middle
have
tower
vision, you
is
can
under
expect that
attack.
they're trying to make an aggressive play.
shot.
You see LGD, we're kind of setting up for that. Hook shot in, ice blast out, that's on Innocence. They've got the finger as well as the kill. They're getting the kill on Innocence and now turn this around on Takaka. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They do get a stack on the finger. They will trade those supports. And this is again just leaving Ame to do whatever he wants in terms of farming.
Radiant structures are
Here as well, completely free farming now. Blade only 100 gold away. And as we have seen yesterday against Secret, flyfly became an absolute beast after the diffusal was.
So, is that marker the marker we're looking at for
Dire's
flyfly on this
top
Phantom
tower
Lancer
is
again?
under
Like the
attack.
defusal, the heart timing, which it was mentioned as in the last game that he played this Phantom Lancer. Is it heart timing again for LGD, or do they have answers to that?
It always is hard timing for LGD, but this time LGD has a troll who is one of the best heroes against Lancer. Once he has his BKB and he gets the perma route going on this PL, he's gonna be in big trouble.
The defusal blade down, you can pick it up by IG hook shot. He'll be thrown forward, and they've got the Dream Coil down. But this ain't a lot of trouble. Pops the BKB. He is so quickly dispatched, and now they're gonna go after Faith Beyond. You see that flyfly gets involved. The second he's got the defusal blade, he'll get the kill on a Faith Beyond, and they'll look over to take the tier 1 over mid. A big victory for IG on that.
Dire's middle
Yep,
tower
Phantom
has
Lancer
fallen.
gets his defusal. Little bit of a mistake here by nothing to say. He has his BKB, but he has no wind run. A lot of physical damage coming out here from the IG side. Ame, careful.
He gets the kill on the Holly, though. The turnaround will be one for IG to get out of Pikachu.
what did you
800 gold away from his BKB. It's really when he has a power spike, but they do have AA Blast this game against the Troll Life Leech. So that's why they picked it. We'll have to see if they can make the combo work though. It's not the easiest spell to hit on the hero with BKB,
No, not at all.
as you well know.
I do. I very much do. So we'll see now. It's Javelin BKB now going back into the Maelstrom. We'll see how Nothing to Say kind of goes on from this, because he's kind of falling behind Emo on this puck, who hasn't been explosive in this game, but he's certainly performing way better than the you know, game 2 when he was on this puck. I think the end of the game for it.
Yeah, it's really just the lane. Like, if Puck has a decent lane, he usually dominates game. And when Puck gets shut down in the lane, like he did last game, he had absolutely nothing going for him. Struggled quite a bit.
Radiant's bottom tower
Push
is
away.
under attack.
Chakram a little short.
Now you can see they just have no way to deal with the defense. Sure, Troll is good against him, but what if he just runs past the Troll into the backline? How do they deal with him? That is exactly why they picked the Phantom
Radiant's
Lancer.
top tower
It's gonna
is
be
under
such a
attack.
thorn in their eyes.
Eyes too. I mean, that would be really bad to deal with thorns in your
That would be
eyes.
very painful, yeah.
Thorns anywhere are really a pain.
Dire's middle tower
Hook
is under
shot,
attack.
and they're going to set up the cogs with the Hex. Ice Blast coming in, but they've got the Shackle with the Serpent Wards. It's locked down enough to get the kill here on Emo. I'll get an interesting spot as the Earth Spike is thrown over onto Innocence. They lock up that Clockwork for a second. They've got the Hex onto the Shadow Shaman. Jinkyu again got in a pretty poor spot as Innocence falls to fly figure use. Jinkyu gone. 2 heroes dead on the side of LGD. So 2 kills there for IG, but they lose Emo. And, well, the trade, I would say, definitely benefits IG a little bit with the another stack on the finger, but you're losing your mid.
Yeah, it feels good to lose your mid, but at the same time, the elves are uncontested. It just feels like LGD, even though they're getting kills, they're never getting better ends of the trades just yet. I'm getting a little bit afraid. And I completed on the PL. Going to this hard next in OEC, but this time around, he doesn't have to St. Joshua for the 30% amplified HP. So the hard won't be as effective for this.
At least not yet, that's for sure. Troll with the Battle Fury into the BKB going Sanjin Yasha next. Wind Ranger going Ags. Lotus Orb has been completed for JT. His farm has been stymied a little bit, slowed down, but so has Faith Beyond's, as they're about equivalent in terms of gold.
Illusion!
Oh no, Innocence. Spotted in the cogs. Chakravana can get away from this. Emo right on top of this Clockwork. Trying to run away, but the Waning Rip from Emo will finish him off.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
What you were hoping for if you're Clockwork walking up those steps.
You can see LGD's up to
Radiant's
gold,
bottom
but it
tower
doesn't really
is
feel
under
that way.
attack.
Like they're playing very scared.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're putting the pressure on. These Serpent Wards haven't really locked down as much in terms of pushing in these towers. They've got the Dream Coil down on Ame. He's silenced with the Waning Rip. Another Toxin right on top of this Troll to try and defend Ame as much as they can. Ooh, Chain actually misses, and they could have gone on that. He's got the Lotus Orb. They'll go to the Focus Fire. They'll throw the Shackle that connects to the tree. They should have the control to get this. The Ice Blast is coming over, so it looks like IG want to fight this, or maybe push LGD away for a moment. I definitely think IG were thinking about it as they converged around LGD, but thought better of it as they backed away after the Ice Blast did in fact land.
You can definitely tell nerfs are part of this game. Like JT, this is the
Radiant's
second
middle
time
tower
Timber
is
Chain
under
killed him.
attack.
Very uncharacteristic. Usually he's spot on with those. But of course, high stakes. Natural to make more mistakes.
A lead for LGD still holding, but it has been going down consistently through the last few minutes or so.
Yeah. The good thing LGD has going for them, and PL will see another item. MKB versus the play we'll have to see, because these blinding axes from the Troll are very effective. Usually you need an MKB to really be able to fight, but they still have quite a bit of time.
Fuse doesn't land on Faith Beyond, but they're gonna head towards top. For a second, they looked like they wanted to go top. They'll go through mid. Let's see if they can catch
Dire's
anybody over.
top
Maybe
tower
looking
is
at the
under attack.
triangle. It's Ollie in a good position to break the smoke, and they have no idea where that smoke was broken from.
I'm so confused. Like they saw the A in vision, they just kind of looked at him, and they were unsmoked for a good 2 seconds. Then Armor was like cleaning himself out. Oh guys, they're unsmoked. They did not go on the AA.
Dire's bottom
Slow
tower
reaction.
is under attack.
They were
And
probably just
reacted
focused
up
on the
the
triangle.
steps. Yeah.
No. Hopefully nothing. Unfortunate.
Rune for the Windrunner. Oh, Wind Ranger going Boots of Travel. So we had the Axe queued up. Now going Boots of Travel. Do you like this pickup more? Obviously, they bring different things to the table, but he's close to the Boots of Travel and probably going to commit to it. Is that where you'd like to see gold be invested?
Personally, like the Axe more, which makes it virtually unkillable. In combination with the BKB, make probably more sense, because right now you need all the fighting power you can get. Boots of Travel are good. Control the map and pressure the map, but they're being the ones that are being pressured, right? Travel don't make a whole lot of sense, I think. Gotta upgrade your fighting power a bit.
Being built here for Faith Beyond. See if he commits to the boots travel. I'd be interested to see if maybe he switches at the last second if he's got the gold and they're not really clashing.
See it now. The goal and
Dire are scanning.
Right. Now you got Kaka going back for that Blink Dagger. So yeah, he picks up the Force Staff, going to the Blink Dagger. He's got a lot of space to work with, getting a lot of gold. He's actually the top farm support at the moment. So we'll see Kaka pick up that Blink and be able to be that initiator, be that playmaker that we've seen him on this hero as so many times before. Two coil used, but the illusion rune gets popped. Not going to help you out. Windrunner trying to land the shackle. Emo though on the run. Not a lot of matter to work with. He does have help from JT and flyfly over to the sides, waiting in the wait to
Radiant's
jump.
bottom tower is under attack.
Well done by nothing to say not to really commit to that. That could have been trouble.
Radiant structures are
managed
fortified.
to wait very well. Now he can't get the kill.
Dire's top tower is under
They're just
attack.
going to be trading the towers here.
Dire's
Bottom
top
up.
tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower
Both
is under
teams are
attack.
quite timid.
Radiant's
Just
bottom
fine
tower
sitting
has
back,
fallen.
farming up the carries, farming up the mid laners.
Who does that benefit the most?
It's always tough to say. Like Phantom Lancer Troll is a matchup where if Troll can find the right PL, it can easily take him down in the late game. But it's going to be so hard to find that right PL. BQ to backline, and the Troll can't win this game alone, obviously. Kited quite a bit. PL now finished the hard. This is where you go to Struggle City as PSG.LGD here.
Trying to be careful. Clockwork going for the shard. Trying to use that jet. Back. I don't know if it's a meme as much anymore. It feels like Clockworks love this item.
They do. It still just doesn't look like it belongs on Dota, the way like he moves and everything, you know what I mean? It's like a flight
Swimming in
simulator.
the air. It's like those people who use those water jetpacks and they don't know really how to control it.
Yeah, exactly. You go, whoa, whoa, and somehow he ends up not dying from it or exploding, but yeah, it looks really uncomfortable for him.
See if the jetpack works out for him once he gets it. You got Daedalus being built next for the Wind Ranger, nothing to say. Soon to that shard, so items, if they've got enough time, they can make it happen here for LGD, but you could sense the presence for IG at the moment. Oh, hook shot missing, and now by Emo.
Yeah, no power hook this time. Asher picked up by Troll, and yeah, still just fine. Farming.
Arcane
But this is what
We'll see
happens in elimination games, right?
Sure.
You
Both
find
teams,
yourself being a little bit more conservative.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're afraid of committing a big mistake. Like, if you lose your Phantom Lancer or a Troll in a questionable way, this game can just... Puck also itemizing into a Lincoln Sphere. You see Emo? Usually he would go like Dagon 5 E-Blade, but it's 1-1. Elimination on the line, he goes for a Lincoln Sphere.
Doesn't want
Love
to
to
take
see the
any
change in
chances.
mindset. 5-man smoke. The high ground.
High ground.
There it goes.
Be the one who breaks the smoke, uses that rocket flare, scouts it out. Awkward, who throws down the cock, is actually going to push over Emo, who's going to have his linkage broken. Silver Warriors are on the funnel spot of these stairs. They'll use the finger, they'll look over to get the kill on the Innocence. They'll take out one, he's going to buy back immediately. They're looking over his Faith God, trying to over the Ice Blast coming in, and
Huge
that
Ice
will
Blast.
land. Shackle, I think, bounced back and hit up in his hands. Actually, a tree, but they've got themselves a Shackle. The commitment onto the Phantom Lancer wasn't going to go in the batter. They're on They've got the Lotus Orb on him, but it's not going to help him. Flyfly is gone. We'll look over at JT. They have locked up his timber. He's got nothing to do here except rattle around as the battery assault hits him, rattles the cage, and will take out JT.
And that breaks Roshan wide open. I told you this matchup can go very one-sided. PL gets caught up without Manta Cell, gets rooted, gets bashed, he commits BKB ult on Troll, and there's just no getting out of there. Once you're permanently rooted, you're done. You're absolutely done.
So let's watch. Emo initially gets that Lincoln's broken, and Faith moves in. There's a shackle for a second, but Let's see, nothing to say. Yeah, shackles himself to the tree.
Hey,
Then bounced off the
here.
Elder Sword on the last second.
Shaman has fallen to the dark.
Hold on,
Kaka getting
Kaka getting
picked up.
killed.
Fighting
Got the Aegis
neutral.
2 into the hands of Ame.
Yeah. And now,
Radiant's top
3K
tower
gold lead
is under attack.
for PSG.LGD.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Really, you know, holding on with a victory there in that fight over mid. The game was starting to slip, and flyfly finds himself getting perma-locked down, and he was unable to do anything.
They did have to buy on the 2 supports though. So those are now prime targets. You kill the clock, you kill the shaman, they're gonna be out of the fight for 70, and it gives IG really a very good chance of just fighting without the toss. Without the shaman and clockwork, there's no one to get targets down.
Yeah, you just have to rely on the shackles connecting, and that is not something that you want to have your only hopes of lockdown beyond.
Control will have his invisible blade soon. The next power spike for him.
They've caught the clockwork, finger you, down goes Innocence, dead for 70.
Very aggressive posture here for clockwork. Maybe he just wants like, yeah, kill me now, so next time I respawn I'm not gonna be dead for 70 at least. Yeah, 5-head Galaxy Brain kind of play. That's completed.
Why is that extra bit of lockdown?
Puck already has a couple of something they can fear.
What can I say? Nature loves me.
Phantom actually went through a Ghost Scepter after that last engage.
Fortune's chain.
Oh, Kama. Yeah, they're lagging, apparently.
See who can fight through it.
A prize.
Ah, they both can.
Here's the Abyssal Blade.
Troll Warlord is a right clicker. Phantom is the right clicker. They're both gonna be just fine. But
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The game moves in slow-mo. You can pull off your abilities better.
if both teams were not allowed to use spells, like all 5 heroes just take down the mid lane.
I don't want to guess. I'll get it wrong.
Call, right?
Yeah.
We need to go back to the troll.
Well, if it's only just the PL and the troll.
No, all 5 heroes. And I'm saying troll because he has the Abyssal Blade, which blocks 100 physical damage from all the PL illusions, basically, practically making him invulnerable. Because those illusions won't even tickle him; they will do nothing.
4-man smoke from LGD. Too close to IG at the moment, who are pretty deep on their own side of the map.
Dire's
Emo,
bottom tower
LTP back
is
to
under
base, so
attack.
he's going for that Dagon 5
Makes no sense.
now. Operation,
Damage output.
yeah, Operation Blat Blat with the Lion, Finger Dagon, boom. See you later.
Bigger Dagon plus Ice Vortex. It's a lot of potential magic burst coming out. But Troll Warlord now has level 25. Strong battle trans strong the spells. Spell stunts. Not hexes though. You get hexed.
Oh.
For control. Got that level 20 talent there for the Windrunner. So he's picked up the Maelstrom on the Troll. They've got the Psychic Headband on the Timber. The look is, I mean, he's up 4K over this Phantom Lancer. Ame just out farming flyfly massively.
Yeah, but they're not really using the Aegis to fight. Like in the game, there was one fight in the last 6 minutes, and now it's back to just farming again. Although they have an Aegis and a very strong Troll. I think LGD is being a little bit too timid here. Aegis is gonna run out without usage.
Unfortunate, but it still gets them towards their next items. We'll see though if that ends up being enough, because while yeah, it does get LGD to their next items, the open space for IG, it does the same for them. And coming into these next items, that fight is that was very close over near the tier 2 tower mid on the LGD side, but this could be
Radiant
a
are
tough
scanning.
one coming out without an Aegis now in 20 seconds.
They catch a Troll here that could just work out perfectly for them. And the other way. Oh,
They're gonna look over, they've got the finger, and there's the kill on Innocence immediately. He's dead for 43 seconds. They found their attention on Ame.
5 seconds.
The Chakram lands, and Aegis will expire without it being used in a fight.
Block just to land once more. Another finger stack. Now, where does that leave us? Both teams back to farming. You can just really see how different they are in game 3 compared to the other game.
Yeah, very timid. Very timid.
Roll on a good pace of pick. See if it goes all in, or will we keep the buyback?
I would expect him to go all in. I think that's Ame's style.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, always
attack.
has been, but also sacrificed quite a bit in the past.
That is true. Abyssal almost finished here for the Phantom Lancer.
Not the biggest fan of the Abyssal necessarily, because it still can't kill the Wind Ranger, can't kill the Troll. They will have to cut the backline, kill the Viper, Shaman, as well as Clockwork. Going in, picking out.
Fuse will use just as he blinks away, so he'll walk away from a distance, but still pretty slow. Not going to matter. They can't catch up to him. They are going to look for the fight, though. They are smoked up. They'll look over mid. They'll use that Dream Coil. They've got the Ice Blast coming over, and that should get onto the Shadow. Somebody just sidesteps it. So the stun out onto the Wind Runner. The Phantom Lancer trying to fight and fight over on Ame. They've got the BKB Popeye. Nothing to say. They're going after Kaka. He's going to chase this line, get the kill. He's now dominating. They finished off a trade, though, on JT, who was slow to start the fight. Flamethrower. Is it enough here from JT? He's all by himself. He'll Timber Chain into some distance, trying to TP out, and will be successful. It's a 2-for-1 as they lose both their supports on IG. There's a fight that they took. Ooh, nothing to say. Spots Emo.
He cancelled the blink.
Yeah, he canceled the blink, but they don't follow it up.
He has to be so
This is
careful
a-
on the Stroll. I've just seen him fight the Phantom Lancer, and he ran out of mana in like 2 seconds. He doesn't have mana for Battle Trance if he gets burned too much. Really turned his fight around. The favor of IG.
He needs to be very careful about how he approaches these fights.
Like, he's not the smartest hero to roll, only sitting at 1 imp per level. Right to be controlled, but yeah, 506 mana at level 26, that's kind of ridiculous.
Like, it really is nothing. Ooh, Innocence caught again. And almost shackling himself once more. Nothing to say. Needs to really be careful with that Lotus Orb. Throwing the shackle shot out, and then it bounces. Luckily, he didn't attach himself to a tree, because he would have been dead.
Happened a couple of times already. Right on that one. And even though they had this Aegis fight, or not Aegis fight, they had this Aegis, you know, the gold lead is dwindling more and more in IG's favor. We're now kind of swallowing up the map.
Lancer forward on this, right near the tier 2 tower. They are looking to jump again in the same spot for IG. Game ticking even, 37 minutes
Dire's
in.
middle tower is under attack.
This one hanging on an edge.
Roshan will respawn in 1 minute 40 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under
LGD
attack.
should be very aware of that, because they do have a possible team of points.
Just getting upgraded, and Hawk gonna feel really strong.
It's looking spicy. Such a good
Radiant's
setup for you,
bottom
Peacock.
tower is under attack.
Sometimes I just can't knock him down, dude.
You know they have a block on it. So,
Clocks right twice a day, though. First spike comes in, Radovejos is over, shackle being used, the ice blast gonna come over to the clock, pick up the damage coming in, but nothing to say. The rip off Kaka and Ollie immediately. Quick shot was used with the jetpack away, and both supports are gone. However, 50 seconds until Roche is up.
feels like every fight is the same way. Both supports die, IG runs out with all 3 cores, and LGD is just happy sitting back and farming up some more.
Radiant's
You can't
turret
farm that much
has
more
been
anymore though.
killed.
Troll is 6 slotted pretty much.
Yeah, we'd have to think about what he can exchange, right? going ag, probably turn it into a blessing and then go swift, but that's like a long ways out. Dream Coil is going to give enough time for IG to potentially close the gap, but they don't want to go for it.
Nah, they just wanted to bait potentially BKB here, but Ame keeping his cool, not falling for the bait. And who needs boots when you have spider legs?
Radiant's top tower is under
One of the
attack.
best items in the game at Warlord 3. Now that your 4 items are online, we'll have to see if this Puck finds a spell prism. Be the best pickup for him, potentially. Timeless Relic would be very good.
I think Timeless Relic would probably be one of the best ones there for IG.
Yeah. I mean, if IG gets both, then Lion and Puck are gonna be.
You gonna buy out on that X?
It is so risky. If he does.
Yeah, he did.
He has no buyback now.
Radiant
This might be the
are
game-deciding fight. Why?
Yeah,
Making the smoke.
this could be a big fight for IG on the fact that they're on the opposite side of the map. They're near the objective. Got the Hex to look over. They're going to catch flyfly. They've got the shackle that looks over on him. They've stunned up the Wind Runner, though. They get the kill over on a GQ. They've taken out one. He doesn't have buyback. He's never 2 seconds with the ear spike hitting on the clockwork. Now, they're starting to put the pressure on the side of LGD. They've got the Viper strike thrown over to JT. It's going to silence the Troll. Troll trying to do all he can. He goes into Battle Trance. And now still fighting this Phantom Lancer. They've got the shackle. Isn't enough. The damage coming in. He's got the Rolling Sword. Will he survive? He goes into the Doppelganger trying to run away. The illusion is going to be enough for him. It's looking likely that he can turn this around because Ame's going to fall. There's something to say, trying to salvage the fight. He looks over as the shackle doesn't connect anything, but he's got the damage to take out flyfly. Jet back into the air. They don't have buyback on Ame. He's going to be dead for 95 seconds. They'll take out Kaka. It's going to be another one down to the side of IG. Both these heroes have buyback on the side of IG, so let's see if they use it as they'll chase JT. Nothing to say, salvages the fight, and they will commit the buyback. Phantom Lancer will buy back. I think they're recognizing the fact that Troll doesn't have his own buyback. They'll use the hook shot. They're right on top of JT, and they'll get the kill onto this Timber. But right on Ain is Emo. He's going to boots travel. Ain will look over at Innocence, whose jetpack runs out of fuel. Emo waiting Rift. Don't think he saw him. Silent? Hiding? No way.
Standing there,
The jetpack
I accept this offering.
It's not a meme
runs
any
out of fuel
longer.
and saves him.
They need to get this Roshan though. They have 50 seconds to get this Roshan. They committed the buyback for it. And this fight was just so unfortunate for the Troll. His own Shadow Shaman trapped him inside the wards. He was stuck there for a good 12 seconds. He didn't wait for a Spider Leg to come off Google. His entire BKB duration wasted. And they can't get the Roshan. It was a buyback
No, they
committed.
can't even get Roche. Oh dear, that's real bad for IG. They committed the buyback, which what? What's going through their mind that they use that buyback on Flyfly?
I am not entirely sure. He bought back. He was kind of chasing a clockwork together with his Puck, but nothing really came of it. They tested Roshan a little bit here, gave him a right-left jab combination, but not enough damage to take him down at all. Now he's not working with buyback anymore. And Troll still has his. Granted, he doesn't have the money. He can farm it up real quick.
Let's see. 7K lead. Who will get the next Aegis?
Aegis is so game deciding here. You just see how fast PL can drop once this focus fire is really onto the real PL. Very scary.
Radiant
It looked
are
like they had the opportunity to take that fight. They took the Troll, but nothing to say. He kind of goes off, and we saw the power of this Wind Ranger not only in that fight, but we've seen it before in other matchups. You know, specifically the Neon matchup where Yopaj was doing so much damage. He just got a little unlucky in the passion and the axe that he threw onto the Spirit Breaker. Ooh, immediately into the finger with Waiting Rift hitting on the Troll as well as the Viper. They've got the dagger, they'll have the Ice Blast. They get the Cone of Faith Beyond. He's got 5 active in for 85 seconds. They're not flashing it, so he won't use it immediately. He does have a tier 2 to TP to, but let's see it. This might be the opportunity that IG need to go after Roche.
Symphony of skills there. You're just blasting him from long distance, nobody really committing, and I'm surprised they had this much damage. I guess Puck now, E-Blade, Dagon 5 completed, he's gonna be an absolute monster in those team fights. They don't have the means to lock him down. They can kill PL maybe, but his Puck is gonna be huge problem as well.
They're looking for more. They're trying to wrap. They won't find anybody. Ame, those spider legs definitely help in eluding the other team as well. Like, yeah, you could replace your boots, but just being able to go over the cliff and get out of the harm's way very quickly like that feels quite nice. They've got the Hex, they have the in control. They'll use the hook shot. Now they've got certain wards around him. Again, the kill attack of the chicken out the line really quickly with the wing hitting out of the shadow shaman as well as the shoulder silence up for a moment. He's starting to retreat on GQ. They did use the buyback to get the kill on Ali. He's going to be dead for 53. He's got buyback as well. These heroes on IG retreat. Doesn't go right for them. GD, they put the pressure on and they push them away.
Viper had with the buyback go, but so did Kaka. If Kaka goes down once more, he is the main lockdown for this IG side. They can rid themselves of that pest. It's gonna be very hard to lock down.
Butterfly next.
This game is so intense, both sides. LGD now running into the pit. Roll, no buyback, needs 1,000 gold. Pit, gonna die real fast, but Puck is strong here.
Waning Rift, Dream Coil, that lands up too. The Earth Spike that followed it up did not land on either of those heroes. The BKB's already been committed from Ame, so he's gonna need to retreat. That's leaving Roche at half health.
Oh no, this might be a huge mistake here by LGD's mate. How are they gonna fight now without the BKB on roll?
Might have to just take a gamble. Got the rocket flare that's getting some vision. They need the timing. They need the lineup for him to go in with a hook shot. The timing's right. And he's going the hook shot to use the jetpack. He's caught out. Finger
No buyback
with another kill. Does not have buyback. He's gone for 100, and it's looking like LGD just need to give up this Roche. Something that we're going to take.
Was a questionable decision to begin with. They're ready to do nothing, perhaps.
Oh, I'm going to say he wants to go for it. He's trying to get Roche. Roche is down. He's by flyfly. They're going over the GT. They've got the Esper coming out of the trolls. He was rolled back. You know, buyback. He's got remaining 9 seconds without buyback. IG might have just taken this game away from the hands of LGD. And they've got nothing to say. They'll get the kill. Down he goes. 4 heroes down on the side of LGD. IG lose nothing. Oh my, nothing to say. Took a gamble and he will lose it all to the house.
When LGD just completely losing their cool over that Roshan. First they bring it to half health, after commit all the BKBs to run out, and Clockwork dies without buyback, and then they all run to the pit to steal the Aegis. It would have been a much better call to just sit back, wait for your BKBs, and just defend your high ground. Sure, it sucks that the enemy got Roshan, but you might have potentially just lost this game.
A full minute without this troll. 780 gold short of buyback. This is at least a rack, so we'll see how much IG are willing to go for. They have been playing conservative, so you gotta wonder how much they're willing to try and take.
At least one side, possibly 1.5 with LGD here. Their building damage is not the highest, to be honest. Phantom Lantern doesn't have the most common damage here.
Really racked
Great
on.
on top.
Tracks to follow.
Dyer's middle barracks is falling.
10k shifting gold lead as it goes 3k over to IG.
Yeah.
Dyer's top tower
redirect.
is falling.
Trouble.
Dyer's
Wow.
top barracks are under attack.
What a big
They're
turnaround.
not gonna make it in time.
Another toxin down. Actually going to be willing to fight, but they've got the head coming through this whole out of shadow from the god. The silence on the toxin is going to bring Ame in to try and make something happen, but they've already lost GQ. GQ's gone for a long time as they'll go out on Kaka. Kaka will fall, but he gets a finger out before he dies as well as an Earth Spike. Hook shot comes in. Innocent's gone. 2 heroes on the side of LGD. They're trying to defend, but it's not defending well. They'll have to back up, and this Rax is gone.
Dyer's top barracks has fallen.
No BKB now. And we said it, the real problem now might just be the puck. Defense Mensa definitely is a problem. But how do you deal with this puck? You just can't kill him. You don't have the spells to kill him. You don't have the spells to lock him down.
Like a big challenge now for LGD. IG have done it right, and they have come back in this game, holding a massive advantage 47 minutes in.
Just shows again why Puck is one of the most contested hero in the game. He deals so much damage while just being elusive as... What's pretty elusive in real life?
Octopus.
Tiger. Octopus, sure.
Double damage.
As elusive as an octopus. With that spell prism, eventually gonna go into the Octarine core, I'm sure. Phase shift will have like a 0.2 seconds downtime. It will be an incredibly hard pass to kill.
Haste.
Evo popping up.
Yeah, he really is, and haven't really felt that presence in game 2, but now here in game 3, it is time for him to shine. Want to count LGD out of it just yet. They do have an opportunity to still make this work out. They're almost level 30 on the Troll. They've got 25 on the Windrunner and almost 25 on the Viper. The same could be said
Dire's
for
bottom tower is under attack.
IG, but they've got 28, 27, and 24. Wow. Timber's about to hit 25 as well.
But 25
Dire's bottom tower is under
very big
attack.
for them. Like the Troll, just feels like Troll can never really find his footing in the fight. Like he's just getting disabled from range, and he can be very early
Dire's
into the
bottom
fight.
tower has fallen.
And post BKB, how do you fight? Sure, you have battle trance, they have AO, they have lots of stuns, lots of ways to drop you down. This is the problem with Troll late game.
And they defend.
Still up there.
These will use the Sword They've got the Silence as well as the Hex. They'll use the Fingers. They've got the Dream Core. They're going to drop down all this. The Ice Blast is going to be dead. They'll have buybacks. Have a second chance here with Ame. Odazor on the Timber. JT trying to get out, but the hook shot as he tries the Timber chain away. Well timed by Innocence. JT falls. Kaka's there without buyback. To use the Troll buyback. That's not awful for LGD, all things considered.
It's pretty awful because you're winning conditions of the weapon. Did you see how he died there? Puck blinked in, E-Blade taken A plus gone. It's just so easy for them. They can just do it again. How
really
can Armor comfortably stay in the front lines now after experiencing that? Must be like a nightmare come true.
Radiant are scanning.
And he's not really even standing in the front. He was behind his own racks. I mean, he's getting blown up from a distance.
These raiding heroes are so good at that. Ice Blast, E-Blade, Hex, Line Finger. There's just so much damage potential. It's insane. And you get it all from a mega long range.
Just have like 10 stacks at this point on that finger.
No, only 6. Lion Finger plus E-Blade. Silly combination.
Yeah. And they're timing that right. It seems like every time that he does throw that finger out, E-Wave timing with it has been on point.
And to be honest, I don't know what the goal is for. Get that. Sure, you can go A on this, then you're taking up a very precious slot, and it's on like a 2-minute cooldown. Whereas E-Blade Dagon, what's the cooldown on that? 16.4 seconds and 12 seconds. It just makes no sense to buy A on this.
Would it have to be you relying on maybe somebody else to pick up like a Lotus Orb or a Linken's to place on you?
Linken's for sure. Lotus Orb isn't going to help that much, but his teammates will definitely need a Link. Possibly even a Pipe or something, or maybe Glimmer Cape him much faster, because they do have a couple of Glimmers. But I think nothing to say. We'll have to focus his Link here on the Troll every time. Thank you. He's running out of the base. Why?
Way far out. He's already caught. So far away from the base, and he was gone. He does have buyback. Man, I don't know what he's doing there, but he gets killed. Dream Coil, they've got the waiting grip. They're going to go after this Viper. Viper in some trouble. The Dream Coil will not be enough lockdown to get the kill here. 2 catapults to invade the base. They've got troops coming through mid. LGD need to clean up, and they did commit the buyback on just the poke and prod from LGD.
Now smoke up. There is CQ. Look for a kill here. They do have a very good observer what's scouting out the Radiant side here. Everyone's smoked up. It's go time.
They're going to try and go. They might be able to find flyfly. They're right on him. Do they have him? Phantom Lancer! He's out! He's too far! He's gone! Oh no! flyfly, 2 minutes! He's got buyback, but that is a big kill. If they can force his buyback, that is a win condition for LGD. We'll look over at the Ancient Apparition while they'll also find the Lion. And they get the kill here. He's used that Ghost Scepter. Ali dies. Kaka falls. They all have buyback. JT trying to TP out. LGD have found a way to get 4 kills and clean up the side of IG. Oh my!
Fortunately for IG though, Roshan not respawning for another 2 minutes, so LGD won't get up, and they should all be able to respawn here on the IG side. We'll see if Arme can potentially take down a Rex here before they respawn. Very long timer.
Behold!
Buybacks aren't getting forced, which is something that would really help them out and really alleviate
They
this
have
pressure.
to force it. They know Roche is not up, they need to force the buybacks, but Puck is pushing in all the lanes, he's still obnoxious.
Radiant's
What do you do
middle
about
tower
him?
is under attack.
Can't just let this base get pushed in. They need to find a way to get a buyback force. They still have 50 seconds without the Phantom Lance, so they have time to do this. They have time to push
Radiant's
through mid,
middle tower is
but
under
they need
attack.
to be careful. They've got the tier 2. That's going to go down relatively quick. Just nothing to say working on it right now. Let's see. Top. He's disarmed for a
middle
moment with
tower
that
is under
E-Blade, but they've
attack.
got the tower
Radiant's
gone.
middle tower
40
has
seconds
fallen.
without the Phantom Lancer. Will he hold buyback? They've got a 2-racks advantage. I'm not sure he's going to even use buyback when they go after the set of racks on mid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Roll does not have buyback. If they surprise buyback here and kill the Stroll, the game is all over for LGD, and they know that. They're getting bullied out by a single Puck because of the fear of buybacks, man. Oh, that feels so bad. Puck sitting at 10,000 gold, by the way.
Wow.
It's like an investment banker at this point.
Going Ag's Blessing.
Yeah. So good. They didn't even have the best tool yet against all the BKBs coming out from the Dire. Now they do. Now the fight is just gonna get that much harder. Roll buyback after 2 minutes. That's what they're waiting for.
That's a hex. That's big.
It is. Gleipnir though cannot trigger the Lincoln Sphere anymore. But they will have to find another way to do that.
Triangle, they're smoked up.
Radiant
Nearby.
courier has been
They're in the
killed.
Roche. Oh, Emo!
Dire's
Spots him.
courier
Dream
has been
Coil
killed.
used, and that's with the Ag. Uses an early Dream Coil. Now they're going to go into
block.
They got the finger as well as the air spike coming in, and the Ice Blast lands out of the Viper as well as the Troll. They're going to try and run away. The Viper, the Dream Coil finally not there on him. With the KBD hopping up, they say they need to find their attention on the right heroes. The Phantom Lancer's in the back line. It's coughing out, and they've got the Jackal as well as the Circle. That's going to stop these Shackles from holding down flyfly with the damage coming in. They've got enough to get the kill. He's got buyback with 3 heroes on the side of OTP, and I'm not sure Ame can continue to withstand the onslaught that's coming in from IG. They look over, they've got the dagger, they'll get the kill. He's gone for 2 minutes. They'll take out the Ancient Apparition. It's just nothing to say here. Up against the world, IG are chasing. They're looking to get the kill. They've silenced him up, but they can't control him enough. Oh, wow. A big fight for IG. A long time without Ame, and the creeps are pushing in through mid. This should be Roche, Aegis, everything there for IG. And another chance to finish off this series and go to the grand final.
Flyfly soloing the Roshan here while the rest of the team smoked up. Potentially looking for a couple more pickups here. This Roshan will at least allow Arme to come back to the game with the buyback. The option under 1 minute. Massive win. And this GL is just so survivable. They have to throw their entire load on him. As the top BKB has the top battle plan, and he just has nothing left after that. Kaka. Potentially looking for the clockwork here. Stop guys, here's no buyback.
For Phantom Lancer. And they're already pushing the creeps in. They're letting Phantom Lancer take the Roche by himself.
Dire's middle tower.
He's not hitting it anymore. Hey, Fly.
Fallen into the Radiant.
So now they've got the
Bottom
creeps pushed
tower
in.
is under
Oh,
attack.
the courier!
Phantom Lancer axe. Oh, he took it himself. We have never seen a Phantom Lancer axe yet. See if we can put in some work. For those people that don't know what it does, it gives your ultimate an active that just spawns as many
Dire's
illusions as
middle
possible
tower is under
with an
attack.
increased duration on all of them. Could be pretty effective because they don't have good illusion clear at all. Armor up in 20, buyback available as well.
If he could hold the buyback, that would probably be best for LGD.
And you know,
Are they willing to go up against Megas?
looks like they are.
Dire's
Right here.
structures
Seconds
are
left.
fortified.
Blip? Alright, that's going to be enough time. So now they'll have 2 lives on the Troll. The question is it going to matter?
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
We down to 7k, all things considered, but the net worth doesn't matter at this point. It's all just chaos, and we're soon into the tier 5s.
We're now back into enemy territory with the Phantom Lancer axe. Hakubu needs you too.
Trying to come through with Jutsu, and Jutsu's going to down. They're going to go and get the Hex. Put a Orb on him. We're staffed away. All right, that works out for IG. Hex on cooldown, going back, looking for the racks once again. Rest, reset, and hope once more.
Here, 5 items in minutes.
The damage come out immediately onto the troll, looking with that Dagon as well as the waiting grip. He silences this damage. The puck has just been too much for them to handle. They go to the club near the mansion, gets popped. Looking on the nether toxin. Innocent's looking for his opportunity to jump in, but they've got the hex behind the ice block coming through. It looks like they're going to get the kill on the clockwork with a finger. And go in on this one, though. It's an attention. Oh, the Evo! They got the kill on the front. They're taking him out. He's going to buy back immediately. Now they'll go over He's going to man the front line. He's trying to do something here. He's over on it. He's down under the flamethrower. And Evo's back in the fight. Right over. They get the battle trans off. They've got the start with the BKB pop. Moving over. Throws the shackle shot with the Lotus Order. Bounces off back over on the Warlord. So not going to take the back off for a second with the troll trying to survive this, but he's getting low. He's going to freeze over the cold. He'll end up dying. He does have buyback as well. So who's buyback? But you've got yourself Innocence, who's out of the fight. 95 seconds without buyback. They'll look over as JT will timber chain away, and I think this gives them an opportunity to go towards tier 5s.
Still cheese on Phantom Lancer, now used, back to full health. Age is still online. Emo has to be a little bit careful here. It's gonna be a 4v5 fight if they choose to fight this. Here, 5 items in 30 seconds. They want to go mega creeps.
They want to go megas. They want to at least have that lockdown. They've got flyfly manning the front lines. We've seen how quickly they can blow up these heroes with the ice butt as well as the Dagon and the finger combination is coming through. This is tough. Overall, reflecting. First fight coming in. There's the finger. There's the kill. Faithion is gone, but so is Kaka. They both have buybacks. They're going to be back into the fight immediately. JT's going to be over that Ghost Scepter, and now he needs to worry about how far he's going in. He's going to timber chain all the way to the back of this base, and he's in too far. He's timber chained too deep. He's going to be dead again. They've got themselves megas, so all that sacrifice just to get megas. They look over another to say who's taking a lot of damage. The fire comes in. He's going to be enough to get the kill on another. They say they've got a hex coming in with the Phantom Lancer. They've got the fucking fire use on the Phantom Lancer as well. Flyfly is trying to turn this around. He'll go after him with the Invisible Blade. They've got the Earthquake getting up the Shadow Shovel, but they've got the damage coming out on the Flyfly with the no fire on him. He gets the double gang out of the high ground. They look to the back line. They've got themselves